Last episode, we found an area for our Dwarven mountain home, built a huge barn and filled it with villagers, and created the animal pastures of my dreams. In this episode, we finally get around to making an andesite farm, fueled by a dripstone lava generator. Let's get started. Hello everybody and welcome back to Create. I am back. I'm back from my little vacation. I had an absolute blast. It was so much fun. If you want to find out more of the little shenanigans that I do, you can go ahead and check out professionalcasual.com, where I do all sorts of miniature wargaming stuff with some friends of mine. But yeah, professionalcasual.com for all your fun stuff. Anyways, let's get back into why we're here today. I am here because I need to kill blazes, and I need to kill blazes because I need to get fuel for my jetpack. I am just constantly running out of fuel. Don't worry, one day we will make this into an automated farm where I can just go ahead and get a bunch of XP and all my fuel, but today is not that day. Today is currently just kill blazes day. That's what today is. Oh, and you know what? I forgot that I had this entire thing full of blaze rods, but that's okay. I want to repair my tools as well. And blazes give off a ton of XP, so I should be able to fix these up pretty quickly. You know, it always feels so much better to just have all of your tools fully repaired, as well as all of your inventory completely organized. Everything is looking super great. Oh, look at this. Look at this right here. Beautiful. Oh, you son of a gun. But this is just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I forgot about my trident, too. I'll do that in just a minute. I've got my jetpack all fueled up. I got everything that we need to start today. And guess what, folks? Today is the day that we make ourselves an andesite farm. We're going to put it right here. I got to do a little bit of terraforming to bring all of this up to where it's supposed to be. And this path, I think we're just going to have it continue around this area. I might bring some of this over this way. Bring this up here, and then we'll have a little footpath between, I believe, a wall and then a retaining wall that has the grass coming up to probably where the portal is, which means we're gonna have to move that portal, unfortunately, but that's okay. It's kind of been in a terrible spot for a while. So I'm gonna go ahead and place a bunch of dirt and grass, get a retaining wall in and a little footpath, probably started over here. I'm not gonna finish it, and then we'll worry about the building. Bit of a time skip here, folks. I got a little carried away, and I, placed all the blocks I needed and put a foundation in, and also started a little bit of a lava generator. I happened to go down into a dripstone cave. I don't remember where it is. I think it's over there somewhere, and I grabbed 64 pieces of dripstone and 64 pieces of pointed dripstone in the hopes to make a dripstone farm. Well, I've converted that into a lava farm right now. I went down under the ground. I know there's some lava pools around underneath the ground, and just grabbed 64 lava sources, threw them all up top here, and now we have ourselves a little cauldron-based lava system. It's not super fast, but it's getting the job done, and it sounds cool. It sounds so cool. But I've got a little building start here just because I got carried away. Like I said, it was super late and I was just placing blocks, and I was like, you know what? I don't feel like recording this section, so I'm just going to do things until it's done. But we have this little safety bar here. This is going to be another wall, and out here is going to be like almost a courtyard sort of thing, I guess, just like a platform. And I'm going to put the liquid tanks out here so you can see them from the outside with pipes all over the place, of course. And then over here, I'm going to build a bigger building, and this is actually where we're going to make the andesite. So I'm going to have another building. I might start it like here-ish just to get a little bit of variation and go almost to the edge of the platform. And probably gonna do 2 floors, I think, but I'm not really sure. I don't know how much room we're gonna need to make andesite. I really don't think it's gonna be that much. But down over here we have a little ditch where we've got an area for either a walkway or maybe even train tracks. I was contemplating the idea of having a train come through here, and that's something that I have been starting to think about ever since I put this in, because I do want to have an area underneath the house where we have a little bit more storage. So having a train that goes around the other side of the house, goes up here, and comes through the barn, I think is going to be great. And where it goes from there, I'm not entirely sure yet. It could come up this way, go around some buildings over here, and come up through here. I'm not sure how I'd snake it down in this area. But it is something that's been on my mind for a while, because I want to be able to gather up all the materials that the farms are creating, like the wood farm, which is going to be back there, and I'm going to make an iron farm somewhere around here, probably over there, and then the mob farm, which is going to move down here. And I got all these little farms, and I'd like to collect all the resources in a basement under my main storage area here. I'm sorry, under my house. where we'll have a main storage area for this area. But that might be an episode where I actually lay down blocks and figure out where the train is going to go and drop off and collect and all that sort of stuff. We got to clear out all of this stuff too, so it'll probably be after these two farms have a dedicated building. But for now, I'm just going to place... Oh, actually, before we do that, I also have a basement. I need to do the floor, but we do have a basement. This is where we're going to grab all of our pumps for everything and pump everything into the fluid tanks. They're called fluid tanks. Above us, so yeah, a lot of that'll happen down here. Plus, we have an area for storage if we need it or any of that sort of stuff. Or we might be able to put another farm down there. Who knows? Like, move the basalt generator down there. But yeah, we've got a big old basement. I'm going to go ahead and make the other half of this building, and I'll see you guys when I'm done. You know what? Actually, cue some music. Let's make this into a time lapse. No, nope, not that music. Different music, please. Oh yeah, that's much better. You know, folks, I don't love it, but at the same time, I don't hate it. I think there's just missing a couple of things. I want to do some texturing with the roof section here. I think this is fine. This looks totally fine. This looks awful. This looks just god-awful. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these lava containers, fluid containers, and put them along this wall, and maybe a couple fans, encased fans up top, just to make it look like it's doing some sort of exhaust. I do love these up here. I think it looks really cool. And I'll probably run some pipes all over the place. But for now, I think it's looking pretty decent. Let me tweak a couple of things, and I'll be right back. And just stealing a bit of temporary power for now. I got a couple of gearboxes running over. I want to fill this tank up probably to about there. And then I'm going to shut this system off, fill this tank up a little bit, and then just leave these tanks as they are. I just want to get lava in them just to show. It'll look nice. And I think for now, that is the build done. I think the outside looks pretty good. I gotta do some detailing still, put a little bit of extra stuff, you know, give it my own little flair like I always do. But yeah, I think for now, it's looking pretty good. The inside, we'll not talk about the inside just yet. Actually, we gotta go in there and talk about the inside. So I need to put a floor up here because I don't actually think I'm gonna be able to use this area at all. There's just not enough space to do anything here. I wanted to put a cobblestone generator up here, but I'd have to come up with one very interesting design for it, and I just don't think it's going to be worth it, so I think the cobblestone generator is going to live down here. By the way, we got so much lava while I was building. I filled all 3 of those tanks, and then I put these in, and these are starting to fill up. Oh no, there's one outside after filling up the big tanks, but yeah, these... I got this one almost all the way full as well, so we've got a lot of lava. But I believe in here is where I actually want to make andesite, so that means down here is where we will make our cobblestone. And cobblestone's super easy. We already have one running with the iron farm over there. So I'm gonna make cobble. Think I have to grind it down to gravel because I need gravel and flint. Let's check real quick. Yes, I need 2 flint, gravel, and lava in order to get andesite, and I just gotta press it. So we're gonna create cobblestone. We're gonna do a cobblestone generator and then grind that down into gravel. And after that's ground down into gravel, some of it will need to be washed to turn into flint. Or instead of washing it, I guess we could just grind it again to turn it into flint. That's not a bad idea, because if we put it on brass funnels, then we can separate, 1 gravel, and then 2 gravel will go into some sort of grinding thing to make flint, and then we'll also always have what we need in order to make one andesite. Let me tinker with a cobble generator and see what I can come up with, and I'll bring you guys back in just a minute. I'm sorry, bucket of blobfish? I have to. I need it. I absolutely need it. No, thank you. Crocodile eggs. I don't know what those do. They probably hatch crocodiles. And I also need those. Geneva. Ooh, good. That's a name that you have. Can I get more of these? I have so much blobfish. Let's put them in here. Block. That's so cute. Do they get hurt when I put them outside of water? Oh, gosh. Oh, pick it up. Oh, geez. I made a mistake. Mistakes were made. They're so cute! And this is Blobfish Pond, where we blob fish. Blobfish Pond, enjoy. Oh, okay, so I can hatch the eggs. The baby crocodile can imprint on the nearest player. Crocodile scoots are dropped when the creature becomes an adult, so kind of like turtles. And then I can get a chest plate that makes me swim faster? That's dope! I don't want to do that near my blobfish because I don't want them to die, but like, that's super cool. I'll friggin' hold on to those eggs for a while. And, Geneva! Oh no! They're missing. What happened? So here's where we at so far. I've got my little cobblestone generator here. It's going down into a vault that's down there and then coming out. And I am round robining some gravel into some storage drawers, right? So we have one where it's just gravel, and then we've got a couple of millstones here that are just creating flint for us. Now, I'd love to be able to use the crushing wheels instead because they're so much faster, but you only get a 10% chance of flint, and then we become a sand farm. And I got some clay balls as well. And washing, you know, we do get some iron, but it's only a quarter of a percent chance of flint. Whereas using millstones, you go from gravel to flint, you know, Bob's your uncle, that sort of thing. So I do want to use millstones. It's just they're not going fast enough. I don't have enough of them right now. And the entire system, if I go over here, as you can see, I put this little stressometer in. We are at 16 stress units available right now. And don't look at this. This is ugly, but it's fine. I'm going to fix this here in a second. I had to actually speed these up because they weren't grinding this down fast enough, and cobble was going all over the floor, so I actually have a little bit of space where I can put some more water wheels in, and I just want to see how many I can get in here, because adding 5 or 6 more of these guys I think will severely help out. And I've got room for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-ish? Let's see here. 7's pushing it. I could probably put 7 in and then stop. I might even be able to get 8 or 9. I don't know if I'll need that many. But just, you know, I want to add 2 or 3 more millstones. That way we can get our gravel coming, not our gravel, our flint coming in quicker. Because as you can see, I'm full, completely chock full of gravel in this drawer. And we only have 700 flint. Like, that is not fast enough. So we're going to grab more millstones. We're going to do more milling. We're going to go harder, better, faster, and stronger. And hopefully our flint to gravel ratio will turn out a little bit better. Well, all in all, I was able to actually fit 8 in there, so that's cool. We're just going to seal that up and whoops, never look at it again. So we've got a total of 10,000 stress units now. I got 16 left over. I got 4 millstones going on here. This is super wonderful. We are cranking out the flint now. If I head upstairs, look at this. We've got almost the same amount. I just put some drawer upgrades on these guys. If I just right click, there we go. We've got some, what are these, level 4s? Level 5s, level 5 drawer upgrades, thanks to our handy dandy villagers. And it looks like we are on track to be almost equal here. It looks like this one keeps climbing, but I think this is going to outpace us, which, you know, honestly isn't that big of a deal. Now, the only thing that I have left to do is to put in the machine that is going to create our andesite. So I'm going to need 2 pieces of flint, 1 piece of gravel, whoops, and some lava. So we're gonna have to figure out how to pipe the lava from over here. I think I can just add a pipe over this way and then just maybe like a mechanical arm or something. I don't know, I'll figure it out, and I'll be back with you guys in just a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, we are creating andesite. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, it's super slow, but that's okay. It's just gonna run forever in the background, and I'm only one person. So essentially what we got going on here is we'll show you the power situation. I've got 4 tiny 4 tiny water wheels going into a speed controller, and I need to put that back. And then that is getting snaked across the ceiling here, and I want to replace these with brackets because I think that's just gonna look better and maybe a little more realistic as well. There we go. Yeah, I like that a lot better. And I put some brackets, and I actually cleaned up down here as well. It looks pretty nice. So that power comes up through the floor over here, goes into 2 mechanical arms, and those are feeding into these basins here with the lava from outside pumping in this area, going into these basins. And I have these funnels set to allow 2 flint and then 1 gravel at any given time. So they're not going to be doing weird shenanigan things. They are going really slow, and I have it set to as fast as it can go at this point. But we have 150 andesite already, which is pretty great because it's been running for only a couple of minutes. I'm going to go ahead and get a drawer upgrade on this, and I think our lava is pretty much keeping up with it too. I mean, yeah, this is our main tank, and it is keeping up pretty well. We'll have to check on that. I might actually dig out a place underneath this hill back here for an infinite lava source, but today is not that day. Now, if I wanted to make it go faster, I could put a couple more water wheels in the wall over here, and I might do that at some point, but for right now, I think it is going just fine. Like I said, this is going to be running for a while, so I'm not horrendously worried about its efficiency. But what I am worried about is getting that on there. So now, 32 times its base value, we should get a ton of andesite in here. This is going to be fantastic. I don't know if I should void upgrade this thing, to be honest. What I'm honestly thinking is if I put a threshold switch on this, and then, what is it, a gear shift or a clutch or something? I think it's a clutch. And then put one on a clutch over here. That'll shut this piece of the machine off, so it won't try to make any andesite anymore. And I could also do the same thing with this system. When I have like enough gravel and I have enough flint, it'll shut off the cobblestone generator. I might actually do that, because the cobblestone generator running constantly would be kind of a pain in the butt. And I think that's just this line here. The rest of this is... yeah, it looks like the rest of this is just the fuel pumps. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Once I hit a certain threshold of gravel and flint, I think I'll have this cobblestone generator shut off, because this thing will just run constantly even though those drawers are full. Now, the last thing that we have to do here is actually decorate the outside of this place and make it look presentable. And I gotta be honest with you, this video needs to go out tomorrow, and it is about 11 p.m. and I am exhausted. So I'm not gonna decorate the front of this thing just yet. I will wait until between episodes to do that, because I want to get this video out to you guys. I want to stay consistent with my every 2 weeks video. So unfortunately, that is all the time that I have for today, folks. But yes, folks, a very sincere thank you to all of you for all of the support lately. This series has been by far my most well-received series, and we are at 956 subscribers right now. I think we can hit 1,000, golly, this week, definitely this month. This is gonna be incredible. We should hit up to 1,000 here very soon. I'm super excited. I don't know about you guys. But yes, a huge shout out to my patrons. Thank you, Dusk, Wolfie, and Wraith, for all of your support. I appreciate you 3 more than you know, and I will see every single one of you in the next one. Bye!